give you a small brief about him. He's just, I think 1 month we have been in touch now.
Yeah.
Close to a month we've been in touch. And Dheer is also a very, I would say that another giant in the lurking. So something like we are just trying to discover each other and move forward, pull each other forward, let me say that way. So yeah, over to you, Dheer.
Thank you so much, sir. And thank you
Pleasure.
so much for inviting me, because as you rightly said, it's just 34, 35 days on a higher side. And I wanted to learn something different. But the moment I got to know that you want to teach Third Eye Ascension along with Nadi, and that's where it got me excited about the entire process. So I'll just give you what I have experienced in last 30, 35 days. I was into healing and I've been doing that for quite some time. But what I experienced in front of you was completely extraordinary. And I'm sure people would have experienced the same energy, because the first meditation which I felt with you was completely out of the world. I could feel the vibrations, the sensations. I could still feel my crown chakra pulsing, and my palms were actually pulsating, and I could see that unison with the universe, I would say. And there were few notable changes which I could relate very easily after starting your course. One was my overall awareness. I was not aware of it that I was intuitive, and but once I started doing it, the overall awareness went up. And by doing that, it's like I never realized that I can be proactive. But most of the time, it's like now what I feel is like I'm slightly more proactive than before. And I look at bigger pictures instead of just looking at one small event out of it. I started basically one thing which came up with your course was surrendering. It's like I always thought that I am the one who is doing it, but it is not the point. It's like the moment you surrender it, and then everything happens for it at very ease. It's like another thing which came up to me very easily was my conscious awareness. I That was one thing which I never thought that I already have it, but with practice and the way you taught us, and the way as I believe Namrata also said something like homework, and there's not even a single day which I've missed it. So something like that is really helping me out. And if I have to say that as I work in a corporate world, so there are a lot of instances where you have to become aggressive or that agitation comes up, and there are a lot of trigger points. But somehow what I felt, and those trigger points are not affecting me much now. Like people have started noticing that I am more calm and composed than before. And when somebody else tells you, then it feels like, yeah, things are really changing. Like you may not experience it. I don't, but when one of my colleagues says that, I feel yes, things are changing. And there were few of the incident which happened very recently. It's like I was traveling to Coimbatore, and there was a friend of mine who was supposed to come down. I had this feeling that he'll come alone. And the day he landed at my hotel, he was actually alone. He did not come along with his wife. I did not say anything at that point of time. And after that, I told my wife that I actually felt this, that he's going to come all alone. She could not believe it. But another incident which happened on the very next day is my son, who is 9 year old, he had fever. And my wife said, "Dhi, do something. Matlab, kuch karo iske upar." So I just took 5 minutes, the way he teaches us with your both palms, and I draw all the three chakra symbols. And within minutes, the temperature came down. And then she is not into all these things, and she don't believe it much. But she said, "You're scaring me." So I said, "Ki, it's okay, just relax." So that is how it's like you don't believe in it, and suddenly things starts happening is because you have surrendered it completely. And what I believe is like that overall awareness piece, which I never thought is like so strong. And that is what is really working out. There were other things which I could keep talking about it. But these are the bigger things, is like, which I have experienced in last 30, 35 days.